Thank you for checking this out. So today's Christmas 2018, and I just wanted to share some things. I wanted to share some gifts. So I've realized something recently, like the past few days, that it's a really great time for humans to focus on what they don't have, right? I've been seeing a lot of I don't have this family member, and I don't have the gifts, and I don't have time, and I don't have the money, and I don't have. And we've been conditioned in this whole consumerism realm to focus on the things that we don't have, feel all the lack, go into freak out fear mode, and then buy, buy all the things. And I get up today and I don't have family here, and I don't really spend today doing anything traditional. And it's not like a woe is me thing. It's just, I don't know, it's me, I guess. So I get to cultivate perspectives on all the gifts that I do have, because I do talk to people today and they're telling me all the wonderful experiences that they're having, whether it's what they got, what the thing is that they received for the Christmas, or the family that they get to spend time with, the family that they get to experience time with that they don't normally get to spend time with, just all the stuff. And so I could easily go into that space of I don't have, I don't have a tree up, and I don't have gifts, and I don't have, dinner plans and all these things. So I get to find gifts. I get to find and create gifts. So I just wanted to share some of the gifts that I have in my life, through my perspective. So I woke up this morning and the sun was coming up in the west. Nope, in the east. Duh. Anyway, I say that because, so the sun was coming up obviously in the east, and so the sky was this beautiful peachy yellows, bright, vibrant colors. And in the west, the sky was lavenders and pinks, and it was just this beautiful welcome to today. Here's your gift for your eyeballs, Jane. And no one got that experience but me. Someone, my next door neighbor maybe got that experience, but they didn't get it from my bedroom. And when I walked out of my front porch, no one else got that experience. So I took myself on a walk around the neighborhood, and I got to see the clouds and the shifting colors, and I got to see the moon that was still out, and the clouds that were kind of washing around the moon, and the color of the sky going from lavender to a light pink to almost like a gray pink, and then starting to turn blues and whites. And it was just this beautiful gift to me from the universe. That was how I saw that. And then I decided to go to this little market deli up the street called Common Market, and I was like, I'm just going to tell some friends I'm going to be there. So I texted a few friends. I'm like, hey, I'm going to be there this morning. So I ended up being able to sit basically in community today and talk about things like perspective. Someone was sharing how Alan was sharing how, if he's driving, someone may honk at him because they're in a rush and he may not be in a rush. And how, it's all about where we are and how we see things, and then how we react to things, and how we continue our day from that space. Got to receive gifts of connection. I was talking about, I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do with my house, the Cribstead. I may sell it, I may rent it out, I may get a tiny house, I may get a van and drive around. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do with all the potentials in my life. So I'm just making forward steps in different avenues and kind of see what's panning out. And one of my friends that was there this morning was like, oh, I know someone who does real estate and just built a tiny house. Let me connect you. Just all these gifts of connections in community were gifted to me this morning. And not only were they gifted to me, I got the opportunity to witness it. I witnessed two friends who had just met realize all their commonalities and how they could be of support and service to each other. And I find that to be a gift, like to witness that. I like watching love. I love watching love. And then my friend, as she was leaving, someone had ran into her car and busted a hole in her bumper that she had just gotten fixed and replaced. And what you know, the hole that was created is in the shape of a heart. And so she and I got to spend more time together waiting for the police to come and like file the report and just connect even on a deeper level and laugh that she's got a heart-shaped hole in her bumper that she just got repaired, and you know, maybe she'll have to get a new bumper, and okay, well, maybe for Christmas she got a new bumper. And we had this perspective of all these gifts that were coming out of it, and not like, oh my God, this day is awful, it's so bad, someone hit my car and didn't even leave a note, right? And I know that there's so many aspects of me that have been that person of like just kind of bitch and moan and grumble about all the things that suck, that didn't go right, and feeling the gift of perspective. I feel like I'm receiving the gift of a realized perspective, like realizing that my perspective has shifted so much that, you know, there can be car accidents and, you know, the food isn't served at where I was going to go eat today. So I was like, oh crap, oatmeal again. Yeah. Like I'm having a lot of like gratitude for my perspective, my lens, because in that I get to witness it more around me. And I just got off the phone with a friend of mine who is sharing his experience with his family. So he's in Miami with his family right now, and just how close they are and how present he is with them. And it's an experience that I was able to live vicariously through. So I got to, through my perspective, instead of thinking about the family that I don't have here and the experiences that I don't get with my family and all the lack perspectives, that by me receiving his experience through my perspective, if that makes sense, like I got to feel that connection that he was feeling and live that joy vicariously through him, because I was choosing to view the experience with gratitude and not lack. So I just wanted to hop on here and share my Christmas gifts, my gifts of perspective, my gifts from the universe, my gifts of friendships, my gifts of community, my gifts of the ability for me to snot so easily. I'm like, yay, it's a clearing. And I know that there are a lot of shifts that are happening, like on the world level, like literally the earthen level, with like tectonic shifts and volcanoes and things like that. And I see a lot of like water displacement and human displacement. And for me to really hone and amplify my perspective of being able to see everything in gratitude and as gifts and as potentials for more connection and more compassion and more community, then I know that as anything around me shifts to spaces that may be uncomfortable, that not only can I personally handle it, I will personally thrive through it, and I'm going to be able to like be of service to all those around me just in my being and my perspective. So those are my gifts that I received, and they're my gifts that I want to share. And I hope that everyone enjoys this holy day. I find it very interesting that the sun on the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th of December latitudinally didn't like shift its perspective from the earth, I guess I'll say. So for 3 days it kind of stayed at the same degree, and then today it moved. The degree of change moved. Things got to start to move forward today, And the sun really didn't move, and the earth really didn't move. However, everything kind of like stood still for this amount of time. And so now as we continue to move, it can be through whatever perspective, whatever lens we want it to be through. And it's our choice. And so I've decided today that in my offerings of gifts through blessings, that my offering is that may all of our days be filled with love and have an abundance of joy and overflowing ease and a sense of belonging and community and worthiness that is all in our divine right. May we all feel and experience that and those things from this now, not just in this day, but moving forward for all of our days. May we cultivate those experiences for ourselves and others with ease. May we find those blessings and gifts everywhere we turn, even if through an aspect of our lens seems gray and cloudy and judgmental and not so fun. May we be able to find the ease and the joy and the gifts and the gratitude for the discomfort, for there is comfort on the other side of that. That even in spaces of what feels like we're stuck and nothing's moving and nothing's shifting, that there is always movement and forward growth as long as we're open to opening up that space of our eyes, of our brains, and of our hearts, that we can collectively move together and grow into this sovereign human tribe of one. So that's my Christmas gifts. Those are my blessings. I hope that everyone enjoys the rest of this day. And if you enjoy my messages and would like to further support me, you can click on the links below. Boop, and support me through the PayPal and or the Patreon account. If you support me through the Patreon, you actually get personal gifts from me. There are 3 different tiers, and you guys can check that out because it's actually, I would pay for it, just so you know, I'm just saying. Anyway, so merry holiday, holy day, merry now wishes from this now forward. May we all be blessed with an open heart space that we may follow boldly and bravely and create this new earth that we all deserve. So thank you all, and have a lovely day.